Hey y'all! Today I'm going to be taking the Pottermore sorting hat quiz because I've been getting a lot of questions ever since my last video as to what Hogwarts house I am, and I haven't taken this quiz in a while and I just thought it would be fun. So here we are. Let me know down below what you think I'm going to be. I'm very curious as to like what vibe I give off. I know I'm not going to be a Gryffindor because I have anxiety. But yeah, if you're new here, I would love to have you subscribe. Come hang out with me. We'll have lots of fun together and let's get started. So I'll link the quiz that I'm doing down in the description box. This is all possible questions for the Pottermore sorting quiz. If you go on Pottermore, they give you like 7. I don't really know. I don't even know if Pottermore exists anymore, to be honest. But this is all the possible questions, so it's the most accurate. Which of the following would you most hate for people to call you? Ordinary, ignorant, cowardly, or selfish? It's definitely like a toss-up between ordinary and ignorant for me. I'm probably gonna go with ordinary because I don't want to be basic. After you have died, what would you most like people to do when they hear your name? That's a really morbid question. Miss you but smile. Ask for more stories about your adventures. Think with admirations of your achievements. I don't care what people think of me after I'm dead. It's what they think of me while I'm alive that counts. The last one has like attitude, which I like. I also just kind of like the miss you but smile because I don't want people to be like super sad without me. I'm gonna go with that one. Given the choice, would you rather invent a potion that would guarantee you glory, wisdom, love, or power? Definitely not glory or power. I also feel like not love. I feel like if like I used a love potion, like I would never actually believe that the person was in love with me. So it's just like I wouldn't vibe with it very well. I feel like wisdom would be cool. It would probably be like very similar to like eating the apple from the forbidden fruit tree in the First Testament of the Bible. I'd probably know too much and regret it, but that sounds like the coolest out of the 4. How would you like to be known to history as the baddest that ever existed? The wise, the good, the bold, or the great? I don't know. I kind of like bold because I'm like, I feel like it'd be like sassy and fun, but I also like don't feel like that's actually my vibe. I feel like probably the good or the great. Great seems like a little narcissistic. I'm gonna go with the good. You enter an enchanted garden. I love the visual. What would you be most curious to examine first? The silver-leafed tree bearing golden apples, the fat red toadstools that appear to be talking to each other. That's a visual. The bubbling pool in the depths of which something luminous is swirling, the statue of an old wizard with a strangely twinkling eye. The like bird part of my brain that is just like shiny would go straight to this silver-leafed tree bearing golden apples. It's the same as how I go into a Sephora and I just see shiny eyeshadow, and even though I own probably 200 shiny eyeshadows, I still absolutely have to touch the shiny eyeshadows that I don't already own. What kind of instrument most pleases your ear? Violin, drums, piano, trumpet. Definitely piano. Love piano. 4 boxes are placed before you. Which would you try and open? The small tortoise shell box embellished with gold. Train's coming. The gleaming jet black box with a silver lock and key marked with a mysterious rune that you know to be the mark of Merlin. The ornate golden casket standing on clawed feet, whose inscription warns that both secret knowledge and unbearable temptation lie within. The small pewter box, unassuming and plain, with a scratched message upon it that reads, I open only for the worthy. That sounds like a challenge. I like that. I would try that because I want to know if I'm worthy. 4 goblets are placed before you. Which would you choose to drink? The one that has Dunkin' Donuts cold brew in it. The foaming, frothing, silvery liquid that sparkles as though containing ground diamonds. The smooth, thick, richly purple drink that gives off a delicious smell of chocolate and plums. The golden liquid so bright that it hurts the eye and which makes sunspots dance all around the room. Or the mysterious black liquid that gleams like ink and gives off fumes that make you see strange visions. So I would go smell the one that makes you see strange visions because that sounds kind of fun and spicy. But again, we're back to the bird part of my brain that loves shiny things. I would have to go with the one that is silvery and sparkles as though it contains ground diamonds. I also, like, if it actually has diamonds in it, that would be so chic to drink diamonds. Once every century, the flutterby bush produces flowers that adapt their scent to attract the unwary. If it lured you, it would smell of a crackling log fire, fresh parchment, home, the sea. Not home, because I don't really know what my home smells like. Probably like cats, I don't really know. This one's really hard.
2 hours later.
I'm spending way too much time on this. I'm gonna go with the sea. I love the smell of fire, but I wouldn't go near a bush that smells like fire. Like, that's just a red flag. A troll has gone berserk in the headmaster study at Hogwarts. It is about to smash, crush, and tear several irreplaceable items and treasures, including a cure for dragon pox, which the headmaster has nearly perfected, student records going back 1,000 years, and a mysterious handwritten book full of strange runes believed to have belonged to Merlin. In what order would you rescue these objects from the Trolls Club if you could? Dragonpox cure first, no question. It's like basically like if the coronavirus cure was available and you didn't save it, like, you're an idiot. And then Merlin's book. And then the student record. Like, why the records, it just doesn't sound like it compares. Like, why do you need the student records? Like, what's so special about them? I don't know. Which would you rather be? Trusted, liked, imitated, praised, envied, or feared? Not imitated, not feared. Feared. I love how that's spelled. Probably either trusted or liked. I feel like I want to say it would be trusted, but I know, like, the reality is I'd rather just be liked. But, like, it does feel really good when people trust you. Which of the following do you find most difficult to deal with? Hunger, cold, loneliness, boredom, or being ignored? Boredom. I have the attention span of a chinchilla. What are you most looking forward to learning at Hogwarts? Note, I'm only allowed 6 answer slots per question. If you don't like any of the answers, click on none of these to vote on the second half of the answer choices. All right, so all 6 options. Every area of magic that I can. Probably that, but I still want to read the rest of them. Apparition and disapparition, being to materialize and dematerialize at will. I'd have so much fun with that. Or just pop up. Like, I'd be like Fred and George and just pop up and, like, annoy people. Transfiguration, in parentheses, turning one object into another object. Flying on a broomstick. Like, not that one because I'm scared of heights, but, like, also, like, I'd still, like, fly on one just, like, 5 feet off the ground. Hexes and jinxes. All about magical creatures and how to befriend or care for them. Secrets about the castle, or none of these. Every area of magic that I can. My, like, least favorite thing, but also the funniest thing about the books is just that, like, Harry rolls up to wizard school and within, like, a week he's just sick of it. He's like, wow, I hate this. Like, you found out you can do magic a month ago and you're already, like, bored and, like, sick of school, and it's just, like, so funny to me. If you could have any power, which would you choose? Power to read minds, the power of invisibility, the power of superhuman strength, the power to speak to animals, the power to change the past, or the power to change your appearance at will. Speaking to animals is tempting, but also the power to read minds. I'd really like that if it was like I could choose when to read minds. I don't want it to be like Edward Cullen where I just have to hear everyone's chaos stream of consciousness 24/7. I would go nuts. but I'm just gonna assume that this means I can choose when I want to read minds, and I'm gonna go with that. Which of the following would you most like to study? Again, only allowed 6 answer slots per question. All right. Centaurs, goblins, merpeople, ghosts, vampires, werewolves, or trolls. I mean, is this even a question? Vampires, duh. One of your housemates has cheated in a Hogwarts exam by using a self-spelling quill. Now he has come top of the class in charms, beating you into 2nd place. Professor Flitwick is suspicious of what happened. He draws you to one side after his lesson and asks you whether or not your classmate used a forbidden quill. What do you do? Lie and say you don't know, but hope that somebody tells Professor Flitwick the truth. Tell Professor Flitwick that he ought to ask your classmate and resolve to tell your classmate that if he doesn't tell the truth, you will. Tell Professor Flitwick the truth. If your classmate is prepared to win by cheating, he deserves to be found out. Also, as you both are in the same house, any points he loses will be regained by you for coming in 1st place. You would not wait to be asked to tell Professor Flitwick the truth. If you knew that somebody was using a forbidden quill, you would tell the teacher before the exam started. If you pick the last one, you're a snitch. I'm gonna go with the 2nd one. Like, I would definitely want to tell the truth, but I don't want to just like straight up snitch out of nowhere. So I'd like wait, and I'd give them the chance. If they didn't tell the truth, then I'd be like, you didn't hear it from me, but like, they cheated. You and 2 friends need to cross a bridge guarded by a river troll who insists on fighting one of you before he will let all of you pass. I mean, the bold assumption that I have 2 friends with me is just hilarious.
I ain't never had 2 best friends.
Do you attempt to confuse the troll into letting all 3 of you pass without fighting? Suggest drawing a lot to decide which of you will fight. Suggest that all 3 of you should fight without telling the troll, or volunteer to fight. So the assumption is that I can do magic because I've encountered a troll. And I'd like to believe that if I could do magic, I would be really good at it. And if the 11-year-olds can fight a troll, I could probably fight one. But I also feel like I wouldn't want to still. Realistically, I would attempt to confuse the troll first. Like, I would want to exhaust all other possible options, but like if I had to, I'd be down to fight the troll. Which road tempts you most? The wide, sunny, grassy lane, the narrow, dark, lantern-lit alley. Who is picking that one? Who? Let me know. The twisting, leaf-strewn path through the woods, the cobbled street lined with ancient buildings. Everything except the alley one honestly sounds super nice. I'm very between the twisting leaf-strewn path through the woods or the cobbled street lined with ancient buildings. That's giving me like West Village vibes, and I like that. I also just like, I love when going to like really old cities. Like, I really want to go to like New Orleans and like Boston and all of that, so I'm gonna go with that one. Which nightmare would frighten you the most? Standing on top of something very high and realizing suddenly that there are no hand or footholds nor any barrier to stop you from falling. An eye at the keyhole of the dark, windowless room in which you are locked. Waking up to find that neither your friends nor your family have any idea who you are. Being forced to speak in such a silly voice that hardly anyone can understand you and everyone laughs at you. Definitely the heights one. I do not do heights. Late at night, walking alone down the street, you hear a peculiar cry that you believe to have a magical source. Do you proceed with caution, keeping one hand on your concealed wand and an eye out for any disturbance? Draw your wand and try to discover the source of the noise? Draw your wand and stand your ground, or withdraw into the shadows to await developments while mentally reviewing the most appropriate defensive and offensive spells should trouble occur. Proceed with caution, keeping one hand on your wand. I feel like if I had a wand, I'd probably be so much less scared of things. I'd be like, yeah, I can like yeet you into this building anytime I want. A muggle confronts you and says that they are sure you are a witch or a wizard. Do you ask what makes them think so, agree, and ask whether they'd like a free sample of a jinx? Agree and walk away, leaving them to wonder whether you are bluffing. Tell them you are worried about their mental health and offer to call a doctor. Well, that's mean. I definitely wouldn't do that. I'd probably ask what makes them think so, because like, It could be something stupid. I could like definitely explain my way out of that one, but also would I want to, or would I want the clout of being a wizard? Dawn or dusk? Dusk. Moon or stars? Moon, because I get to see it more. It's like really, I can see it way better living in a city. I do love stars though, like when I go somewhere that's like not super light pollution-y and there's just tons of stars in the sky, I think it's gorgeous, but like I have more of a connection with the moon because we like see each other and hang out on a regular basis. Forest or river? River in a forest, but I'm gonna go with forest. Black or white? Black. Der. Heads or tails? Heads. Left or right? Left-handed, so left. All right, this is it. Submit answers. Why am I crossing my fingers? There's like no point. This isn't scary. My result, 91% Ravenclaw. Congratulations, you have been sorted into Ravenclaw, the house of intelligence, curiosity, individualism, and wit. You are amongst other Ravenclaws such as Cho Chang and Luna Lovegood. That is like overwhelmingly Ravenclaw. I feel like the last time I took it, it was definitely like more in between Ravenclaw and Slytherin. I'm also 48% Slytherin, 40% Hufflepuff, and 31% Gryffindor. I knew it was gonna be at least Gryffindor. I just knew it. I feel like a change of decor is in order. Feeling very Dumbledore right now. That was it. Definitely want to know your thoughts. I feel like a lot of people probably assumed I was a Slytherin because the green wall really just projects that vibe. I just like plants, and green makes me think of plants, but I do have Slytherin traits for sure. I'm really curious if y'all take this. I don't know down below what you are too, and if you were surprised by your results. I definitely feel like it's so fun, like the first time you take the quiz and like you have all the questions, and the questions are really fun, like they make you think. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I hope you had fun because I did. I love anything that lets me talk about any of the things that I fangirl over. Love you guys, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!